Hey guys, it's Chloe. Third month of college. Yeah. The last time we talked, when we were talking about my second month of college, I had completely finished my CGS computer class, and yeah, that took a whole weight off of my chest. Now, after finishing my third month of college, I have almost completed my MGF math course. Almost. We've finished all the content that we're learning. Now we just have our review and our chapter 12 test, and I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. Okay, so we just talked about math. What's my next class? Let's talk about comp. ENC 1102. So this class, we've known since the beginning of semester that we have a research paper due for it, and I've just been not caring for weeks and weeks and weeks, and I picked a book and I was going to read Animal Farm and do a paper off of that, but as I was listening to the Animal Farm audiobook, I just realized that I hate that book. Hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Is it not going to happen? There it is. I asked my professor if I could pick a new book, and she's like, well, I guess you have enough time. Yeah, you can pick a new book. So I picked The Great Gatsby because I've read that before and I own a copy of that book, and I felt like I would just have an easier time by doing my research paper on The Great Gatsby. Next problem was picking a topic. That was hell on earth. But finally, with my friend Amanda, you know Amanda, with Amanda's help, because she's obsessed with The Great Gatsby, we were able to come up with a topic of impossible love between Daisy and Gatsby, and now I have to write a 1,500 word research paper based off of that topic. It's not easy. Last week, I spent 3 hours at Panera until they closed working on that research paper, and then we went next door to Starbucks, Amanda and I, and worked there for another hour until I had written half of that research paper. So I have written 795 words towards this research paper, and I still need to find 2 other sources to use because I have to have 4 sources altogether. And one has to be obviously the book, which is my primary source, and 3 secondary scholarly sources. So basically I've been using Google Scholar trying to figure out another source. I have 2 so far. I have my primary source and I have 1 secondary source. So now I need to find 2 more sources, and it's not fun. I may have found something on my college's website though, through their library system. I may have found something, but it's still not fun. Almost done with that. And we also had a second essay to do for that class as well. And our peer review was last Monday. And I actually wrote that essay in one night. It had to be about a poem. My topic was choose a poem from chapter 16 and discuss tone and imagery in it. And I was like, I can do this. So I picked a poem that I really, really enjoyed, which is The Wolf's Postscript to Little Red Riding Hood, and I cannot remember the poet who wrote that right now, but it reminds me of Hoodwinked. That poem reminds me of Hoodwinked, so I wrote a full, about 750 word essay on that. That only had to be about 750 words, so I wrote that. I actually think it's 749, something like that. Did the peer review on that, made a few little changes in it, and then submitted that, and that's actually due today. So that's done. Now my only thing I have to do with that class is finish that research paper and get it turned in. And it's not due for 3 weeks. It's due on December 8th. So I have 3 weeks to finish it. I'm honestly probably going to go to Panera again tomorrow night and finish it. So take another 4 hours to finish it. And Lit. Let's talk about Lit. That class I have no opinion on it. I have no opinion on that class. I'm just going to be happy when it's over, because the professor just talks and talks and talks and talks, and then we never get anything he wants us to get done. That class, we had a project, and I put my project piece off a few days. We had a week to do it, and I did it 3 days before we were supposed to present. My piece wasn't hard. I had no motivation to do it, so I finally did it. And then the day we were supposed to present, we didn't even present because, again, he talked and talked and talked and talked, and we didn't get to present. And my group was the first group. So we actually presented the following Tuesday presented, and honestly I killed that project because even though I put it off and I did it a few days before it was due, he was like, I'm really glad you put the quotes on the paper so we could see it on the overhead instead of us having to open to our books and everything and try and find it. And I was like, you're welcome. So that project is done. Now I just have to listen to other people present their projects. We also have an essay for that class too, and this essay is actually our final exam. So it's the same exact thing as our first essay, just you pick a different work. Write an essay that is a thematic interpretation of a piece of literature that we reviewed after the midterm. So the first one was the same exact thing, just something we did before the midterm, and I did mine on Gilgamesh. This time I'm doing mine on the Adventures of Odysseus, and that only has to be about 500 to 600 words, and I'm really happy about that because it'll be really simple to just get through. And I've already started it, and our peer review is on Thursday, so now I need to finish it, and I need to have a outline, which I think I already did my outline, and a rough draft done. And I'm almost done with that, so I'll probably finish that this week too. The other part of our final exam is a class evaluation, and he was basically just like, all I want you to do is type the answers. You don't have to write the question. I don't even care if it's in complete sentences. Just give me an answer. And I finished that. It was 6 questions, and I finished that. So 3 weeks left in this semester. I just need to get through 3 weeks and not die in the next coming weeks. As soon as the semester's over, I'm gonna be so happy. I have already picked out my spring classes, which of course we'll talk about when we start discussing the second semester on this channel. We're almost done. We're almost done. Almost done with first semester, and I haven't died yet. I want to die. I haven't died yet though. It's been interesting. That's basically all I have for my 3rd month of college. Everything is no longer as stressful. Like, the papers that I have to write are still stressful because I have 2 papers I need to finish. But other than that, it's not bad. If you like books and you'd like to check out my main channel, Brunette Bibliophile, click right here to subscribe. If you like what you see here, please click right here to subscribe. And if you'd like to check out my previous video, click right here. Until I come up with an end card, I have to do this like this now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!